you heard this song in the past? Okay, great. By the way, just a trivia. If you have heard this song, the movie was released in 1988, which means if a child was born that year, it would graduate this year. So not sure what career advice the child got from the movie, but I'm going to start off by telling my own story. So this is me standing in front of my house gate when I was 4 years old, with no clue about what I'm going to do in my life. My dad, just like 3 years the day I was born, he baptized me by saying, "Ye engineer banega," because my dad was an engineer. Okay? And he was so passionate about engineering that when I was a kid, he would take his M3 books, because that was the subject that he flunked in, and I carried the tradition forward. He would take his M3 books and walked me through all the differential equations, which as a child looked really very funny, a snake going there, and a snake coming here, and a worm flying there. And then he would also introduce me to slide ruler. He would show it to me and say, this is how we do complicated equations and all that. And I used to be like, oh wow, this is a nice walkie-talkie for me. And then when we got our first digital calculator, which was a big thing because people used to come to our place and they used to look at it. By the way, I have a photo of this. So this comes from our family album. This is a TI-30 calculator, which was the first scientific calculator that we had. And people used to do calculations by hand, and then they used to show you, and then they used to check it on the calculator, see that they give it. So this is how my father envisaged me to be an engineer. Of course, for me, I had my own role models. When I saw Coolie and Amitabh Bachchan running in slow motion, that was the most manly thing that I ever seen. So that was my role model. And then, of course, my role model had a profession which, was something that I always remember. Because when I got my first driver's license, I told my dad that, hey, you know what? This is the first guaranteed employment document. It does not matter where I go, I'm going to get a job. I got a driver's license and an international driver's permit, and I got a photo of that as well. So I told him that, this is going to guarantee me a job throughout my life, even if I flunk engineering. So don't worry about anything. But I don't know how many of you realize the fact that the career aspirations that I was talking about is pretty much gone. Right? Last year, this particular car, which is a Google self-driven car, was given a driver's license. So essentially, I'm now competing with machines. My dream job or my career guarantee program is now competing with this. And by the way, this will be a reality in the next 10 years, because what is happening is all the frigate movement that is happening in the US, car design is slightly difficult. Self-driven car in the city is slightly difficult. Traffic is crazy, and we don't want to get into debate if it will happen in India or not. I firmly believe it will happen in India, and we'll reach to that point later on. But this is fairly easy because trucks travel from point A to point B carrying equipment on a well-paved road. So this will happen probably in the next 10 years, and probably in my lifetime I will see my job getting deprecated. Dream job. By the way, what happened to the role model? The role model is no longer there, because on airports that we see these days, there are trolleys, there is no coolie. And by the way, you don't need high-tech innovation to do that. Just a bag with 4 wheels is good enough to replace. Okay. So when I joined the rat race, I realized that no one, my dad, my teachers, my friends, my colleagues, no one knows what is going to happen. And when recently we had our school reunion, I realized that each one of us had different careers that they had embarked. Okay, right from becoming movie actors to politicians, from clinical psychologists to engineers, there were all sorts of careers that were there. I think our generation was fairly lucky. Okay, and the reason is there's a big change that is happening as we are going through this, and you might have heard a bunch of talks today. What is happening is there is change in definition of employment, income, and skills today. Okay. When we talk about employment, earlier employment, when I changed my first job, I still remember I resigned after 6 months, and my grandmom was like, "Oh my God, you resigned." And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't like it." She was like, no, you get a job, you stay there. I said, "No, I get a job, I don't like it, I resign and move on." What is happening now is there's gig economy, right? What Uber, Urban Clap, TaskRabbit has done is it has connected people of various stratas through an application or through an interface where they can do their job as a gig. Okay? By the way, you don't need like real cool things like Uber and all that. Just a mobile number today is also shop for a plumber. Okay, Sunday afternoon 4 p.m. your tap is leaking. What do? You don't go to the hardware store because it's practically closed. You go in your contacts, you find a Ram plumber. Okay, you call him. He comes to your home. He's doing his job. He's productive. If he's available, he's not available. He says, okay, I have a friend. I'll send him across. Right. So the gig economy is prevalent. The second thing is nature of income is changing. The drivers of motivation. Right? If you see the old movie, MA ho gaya, ya BA ho gaya, and then he drives an Impala in 3 weeks. Which is phenomenal, great movie. But essentially, the definitions of income are changing, right? There was a great study that was done in Princeton University which spoke about happiness and income. There is a linear relationship between happiness and income up to $70,000. After that, law of diminishing returns starts applying. So your happiness will not be directly proportional to your income. Okay. And at $200,000, this is not me by the way, you can find the paper, it's publicly available. You can, at $200,000, what they say is, you have no incremental happiness. So I earn $200,000 and I am $300,000, no great happiness. I am 2 million. I personally feel I will be very happy, but I'll tell you when I get there. But what experiments are happening recently is we are discussing about universal basic income, and there's this beautiful experiment that is happening in Delhi where 30 villages, UNESCO and Seva Foundation have adopted 30 villages. And they are giving them 2,800 rupees income per person who is 21 years and above. Okay. Essentially, what is the consequence of that? The school dropout rate has gone down. 100% of girl students from standard 5th to 10th have attended the school. Okay. And people have become entrepreneurial. People have started exploring other career options. So again, definition of income and motivation, as we know of Maslow's law, probably is going to get challenged in another 30 years. Skill is again getting redefined. I'll tell you a quick story. We recently shifted our office and my phone was not working, so I called IT help desk. I said, hey, my phone is not working, can you send someone? The guy showed up on my desk. He said, hey, I have seen you somewhere. And he said, yes sir, I used to work with the facilities. I said, yes, and this was the same guy who used to be in pantry washing the plates. He had transformed and reskilled himself to become a telephone guy. He is basically working on contract with the telecom team. He came in with a small post-it note with instructions written on it in English. He keyed in the numbers, he started my phone. And when I was giving him my extension number, he was actually here. He was not educated, I could make that out. He was actually drawing symbols based on the numbers that I was telling him. Okay, there was a delay between what I am telling and what he is doing. But he had shown the will to reskill himself, which is extremely important. A big takeaway for myself. That day I went home, I told this to my wife also, that this guy has reskilled himself, okay, which is great. Now, other thing that is happening is automation. Here's a picture for you. What do you see on the left hand side? What do you see on the right hand side? So many people working on a car, right? Essentially, you will not find a single person building the car. Car is stock market's favorite economy because it's a great job generator. Here's a picture for you from automation, right? Essentially what is happening is, by the way, jobs are not being taken by automation. There are high-tech jobs that are getting created and low-skilled people are able to do the jobs that were earlier considered high-tech. Okay? For the first time in last 20 years, what has happened is globally, this is not just phenomenon in India or in developed countries, globally the wage share in GDP has reduced. And the profit contribution from companies to GDP has increased. So essentially, jobs are getting replaced. The mundane jobs are getting replaced by automation. Okay? And then here is another prediction. Following jobs will be gone in a decade. Radiologist. What is the radiologist doing? People are standing. What prevents me from going to a photo booth, put a coin, get my X-ray done, artificial intelligence sitting behind, finds out what's wrong with me, and gives me a report. I don't need a radiologist anymore. Delivery guy, we are already talking about drone delivery. So this will be gone in less than a decade, right? And the taxi drivers with their permits will also be gone. There will be self-driven taxis. My dream job is gone there. And by the way, someone made a statement. I'm not going to name the minister, but a minister made a statement saying that we are not going to allow self-driven cars in India. Well, there is a history to this. Nehru said that we are not going to allow stone crushers. Entire Jawahar Rozgar Yojana was backed by stone crushing done by hand, manual labor, chisel and hammer. And in 1999 2000, when Vajpayee said that we want to build 35,000 square kilometers of road infrastructure in India, first thing that they had to do is scrap this particular amendment, bring in an amendment and scrap the law that stone crushing, we cannot use stone crushing machines. Right? And today when we are building road infrastructures and competing globally, we need this kind of equipment to make things happen. So essentially what the idea of using chisel and hammer to crush the stone did is it just put India growth behind by 30 years. Okay. So same way, driverless cars will come. We may worry about the job loss or anything, but it will be driven by safety on road. It will be driven by lowering the insurance prices. It will be driven by predictable availability of transport. So it will happen. Okay. Third thing is job creation. So technology for last 140 years have created more jobs. Technology has been a great job creator. So please understand, while technology might sound like it is replacing certain jobs, it has been a great job creator. Technology has transformed every single business today that we know of. And while technology creates opportunities, automation will take away rudimentary jobs, and artificial intelligence, which is a new kid on the block, will continue to challenge specialized jobs. Okay. So here's the big thing. That's my son, 4 years old, and I'm going to make some predictions about what the future holds for all of us. Okay. Now this is more important because I'm seeing people are recording stuff on camera, which means if this goes on YouTube, my son sees this video after 10 years. He's going to do my appraisal. He's going to sit on the other side of the desk and say, "Dad, you said this, but this has not worked." Okay, so I'm still going to take the risk for this audience, and here are the predictions. I've categorized them into 4 fields broadly: workplace, economy, education, and government and policy. Because essentially, changes to these 4 things have always transformed the way we have been doing work. So, workplace. We all will have more than 2 careers in our lifespan. I myself had 2 careers. I'm an electronics engineer, spent 6 months in electronics. Now I'm a software engineer. Okay, this will be more prevalent. Gig economy will change the employment models. And by the way, this is not new. We have seen this in the past. Construction company, earlier everyone was employed. Your plumber, your electrician, your architect, your structural engineer, all of them were on your payroll. It changed. What is the model today? The builder basically takes the land, someone else does the land acquisition, someone else does the architecture, someone else does the structural stuff. Everyone comes on contract, everyone is running their own gig. Okay. By the way, when we talk about gig economy, it involves 2 important things. People need to be mentally prepared, because you might be successful, you might not be successful. Your fundamentals should be really very strong, and your academy should prepare you for those gigs. Okay, so entrepreneurial mindset should be there right from beginning. Agriculture, there will be a lot of automation in the agriculture. Anand Mahindra just tweeted last month, I think. He tweeted that Mahindra & Mahindra has launched its first automated tractor. Beautiful tractor, made in India. By the way, US guys prefer Mahindra & Mahindra over John Deere. I have a friend who is a farmer in US. He told me this, that Mahindra & Mahindra is amazing. Agriculture will be automated and it will become more urban, because you want the food production closer to the consumption. Okay, so all the vertical facades of the building one day will become green, and they will start growing your palak, sabzi, whatever you like. Okay, economy. Digital economy is already transforming the way we do things. Okay, the Seva project that I spoke is linked to Aadhaar. So all the payment is done directly to the bank, no cash exchange goes through Aadhaar. Okay, AI and data will drive the economy of the future. Okay, that is already happening. The seeds for that Aadhaar in a way is laying the foundation stone for those things to happen. A lot of data will get connected. By the way, simple thing, I lost my gas subsidy. I should not be talking that on camera. But I lost my gas subsidy and I didn't fill the form. I didn't have time, not that I didn't want to fill the form. Then I realized that basically they linked my PAN and Aadhaar, and they found, okay, this is the income, and did not get the gas subsidy. So that is already happening. It will happen even more. Okay, we'll have DNA specific medications. So the medicines will be given for that individual of that DNA. Education will get democratized, and that one sentence is probably the most relevant one for all of us. If I was to invest in a college today, I will not do that. Most of the education will be imparted. We will not have the Guru Dronacharya and students going to him. We will have more Ekavyas who will probably go through self-paced education. The biggest threat today to professors is self-paced learning courses that are available. I myself am undergoing certain self-paced training right now. Right? And it's fantastic because the training decides what is my level of, what is my ability to intake the education. So it decides, okay, he's done this module really very well, they will give me a tougher module later on. Otherwise it will give me an easier module later on. Okay, so it will be a self-paced education, it will be available to all, it will be available for free. Robotics and exoskeletons will be part of healthcare. I'll be probably assisted by a robot by the time I grow old. Or I'll have an exoskeleton that helps me walk at the age of 90. Assuming I do that time. Okay. Universal basic income, government will have to think about strategies around universal basic income. And it is something that we all need to think, because if everyone is doing gig, if everyone is not, the main advantage of getting employed is you have insurance, you have certain health benefits, right? Government will have to figure out certain strategies around universal basic income, healthcare, and those things. And law will be there for equal pay across genders. There's a huge gender pay gap, and that will be reduced in another 10-20 years is what I'm predicting. Okay, so last, advice for everyone. Reskill, reskill, reskill. We will have to reskill. Most of us sitting here will probably undergo a situation where we will have to reskill and change our careers in another 10 or 15 years. I expect myself, I might have to change my career, more sitting in front of me. I might have to change my career in another 15 years. Okay. Exploit gig economy. Basically, it requires a different mindset. We need to be prepared for that. We need to inculcate STEM education in our children, because as parents, it's our responsibility. If we want our children to face this future, then they need to have STEM education, science, technology, arts, and mathematics. We need to educate them in those areas and embrace change, both mentally, psychologically, and physically, because every change provides opportunities, right? If people would have lost their jobs in jobs to robotics in automobile manufacturing, they would have just said, oh my god, I can't do anything. A lot of automation would not have been as successful as it is today. People have reskilled themselves, have made them more useful in other domains. So embrace change, we will find opportunities